Good evening, Bahamas. This is NB12 broadcasting from Cable 12 Studios on Robinson Road. Here's what's making news tonight. Hundreds of business owners affected by roadworks to get compensation. Thousands of jobs anticipated for Grand Bahama. Plus, gas prices at one service station chain, the lowest we've seen in years. Those story and much more on the way. I'm Nakia DeVoe, and NB12 starts right now. Thanks again for joining us here at NB12. The government says it is working in earnest to compensate hundreds of businesses adversely impacted by the new Providence Road Improvement Project. Parliamentarians recently passed an amendment to the Real Property Tax Act and are considering making changes to the Business License Act in an effort to bring relief to affected business owners. Vonnig Toot reports.
The Ministry of Finance is processing over 200 applications from businesses impacted by the new Providence Road Improvement Project. Minister of State for Finance Michael Halkitis says he expects that number to increase as officials are receiving more and more applications each day.
What we have been doing is we have continued to collect submissions from businesses that have been affected by the roadworks. They continue to come in. We're putting all of that information together.
Halkitis says the government is keen on finding ways to compensate the many businesses that have been adversely affected by the controversial project. The Christie administration passed an amendment to the Real Property Tax Act in the House of Assembly on Thursday. He says that will bring some relief to business owners.
They can apply for relief under the Real Property Tax Act. We're currently looking at amendments to the Business License Act to look at how we can use that act to bring relief to people who are affected. And we are also exploring the avenue of making available concessionary loans to people who have been affected. We're also looking at being able to provide cash grants to people who were affected. So we have a menu of options that we intend to use.
However, the government has not issued any cash grants to date. Halkitis says if one form of relief does not apply to a particular business, the government can help in another way. So when do finance officials plan to complete the processing of applications?
We want to do it as a matter of urgency. We don't want to go past the end of August in our processing. And I think what we want to do is just get some input from the business as well. You know, sit down with them and find out, okay, what is it that you think you need or what is it that you deserve? And bearing in mind that we have limited resources and, you know, this is not a blank check, you know? So, but we want to do it in consultation with the businesses. That's why we're going to have an opportunity to sit with those who have organized themselves, like the Coconut Grove Business League, and have further discussions and liaising with the other ministries.
The Coconut Grove Business League, which comprises of around 50 businesses on Blue Hill Road and Market Street, has been extremely vocal on the impact of roadworks on their profits. Last week, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Works and Urban Development Philip Brave Davis revealed that the government and the CGBL came to a mutual understanding on a relief plan for those business owners. Reporting for NB12, I'm Vonnig Toot.
The unemployment rate on Grand Bahama is one of the highest in the country, but newly appointed Minister of Grand Bahama, Dr. Michael Darville, has revealed that the government plans to create thousands of jobs in the nation's second city over the next 5 years. Our Jasmine Bonamy has more in this report.
While the Grand Bahama economy is still on the rebound, Minister of Grand Bahama Michael Darville says the PLP government is looking to create thousands of jobs. Exactly how many jobs? Well, Darville says in excess of 4,000. He adds that the jobs won't come all at once, but will be made available systematically over the PLP's 5-year term.
We're looking to create in excess of 3,000 to 4,000 jobs in Grand Bahama in our term of office. We're going to start slow, and as the economy begins to pick up and investments come back to Grand Bahama, we will begin to reach that mandate.
The economic situation in Grand Bahama was a key issue during the last election campaign, with both the Free National Movement and Progressive Liberal Party promising to turn the economy around. Recent statistics reveal that the unemployment rate on that island now stands at 21.2%. That's nearly 5% more than the national average, and that means thousands of people are out of work. Those statistics also show that discouraged workers who are no longer looking for jobs jumped to 42%.
We are now in communication in the industrial sector to determine exactly what can we do to stimulate that aspect of our economy to create jobs.
Dr. Darville, who is a Grand Bahama native, adds that while there are many issues his ministry is looking at, they are targeting initiatives to specifically boost job creation. According to Darville, most of those jobs will be created in the industrial sector.
Right now we have companies like Borco and Buckeye who are doing an excessive amount of work in the expansion at the Borco site. Many other companies are expressing interest in coming into the industrial sector.
Aside from job creation, Darville says he will also focus efforts on lowering electricity rates for the people of that island. Reporting for NB12, I'm Jasmine Bonamy.
The holiday weekend could be a washout. Forecasters say two systems are interacting to bring some unstable weather over most of the Bahamas. Tropical storm Ernesto has entered the Caribbean and is forecast to strengthen gradually over the weekend. By Monday, the National Hurricane Center says Ernesto may reach hurricane intensity. But local meteorologists say there's no need for us to worry as the system poses no direct threat to the Bahamas. Since yesterday, its intensity has remained steady with maximum sustained winds of 50 miles per hour. Expect mostly cloudy to overcast conditions with showers, thunderstorms, and widespread rain tonight. Well, into at least Sunday and for the holiday on Monday, forecasters are calling for a 60% chance of rain and scattered thunderstorms.